Um, hello, welcome in. Do my check. Thing. Looks like I'm live. Hopefully I'm live. Anyways, welcome in. Starting the final case, supposedly. Unless there's a secret 6 case. That would be a surprise. Probably not, though. Turnabout for the ages. I did watch the opening. Right, Gavel went good. And then, other than that, let me do one thing actually. Get right into this case. We have the kid. That's what it is. We have the kid with the kid that the movie star kid. That's what it is. Sorry, trying to think of it. Anyways, we'll get right into it. Rewatch the opening, and then see what's actually happening here, because this is like a movie scene setup. From my understanding, a Godzilla movie scene type shit. No, that's still part of the movie. Shelly D. Killer will be probably making an appearance, so we're returning to Big Building, apparently, hopefully. Other than that, I don't even see a murder. Unless he died. Did he die? Huh? God. I just realized it's the doll, the president's doll. The plushie is the same creature. Oh, okay. April 6th. So, what's next for the great Miles Edgeworth, huh? Wait, are you serious about not being a prosecutor no more, ain't you? Yes, I am. Oh, no longer a prosecutor. It's hard to believe, and yet I can't stop thinking about what Mr. DeKiller said. Me either. What'd he say? I don't remember. Congratulations on another case solved. Yet I can't truly say it's been fully resolved, can you? Okay. This isn't over yet. You still don't know about who the mysterious figure in the red raincoat at Gordon Lake was. Or who really wrote that letter. Uh-huh. We've been dancing to somebody else's tune this whole time. But whose? Still can't let it go, huh? You're like a dog with a dank bone. Both of y'all are. Well, I got some reporting to do, so I'll catch y'all some other time, I guess. I'm sure she'll be making another appearance at some point. Oh, wow, you have a new story to chase already. You trying to patronize me, girlie? You bet I got a new story. More than you can shake a stick at. A good reporter always has 3 or 4 leaves bubbling away in the old scooper pot. Somebody help! Whoa, what now? Hey, she's back. Please, you have to help me. Huh? Do I know her? You certainly do. What's the matter? Has something happened? There's a body. It looks almost like a monster might have... Oh, a monster. I'll be. Anybody else smell the sweet, sweet smell of a scoop of soup? This way, hurry. Uh-huh. It is... Damn, what is that run animation, Lotta? What's happened now? What indeed? I suppose there's only one way to find out. Hey. Uh-huh. Hmm. Big building. Huh. These look like... Yup. Footprints. This heat right here is photo gold. Footprints, but how big would a creature have to be to leave prints like that? Mr. Edgeworth, look! Okay. I was right. That is connected. Okay. Shilong Lang. What's he doing here? I love that he's back, though. I wanted more of him. I like him. Is he gonna be convicted of murder? Or, well, a suspect? Maybe. And Gen Fa, too. Wait, the guy on the floor, that's... No. The president of Gen Fa. Dijun Wang. The president of Gen Fa. Is he really dead? Look, if he's dead, he's holding in that gut real well. Agent Lang. Agent Lang. Mr. Prosecutor, how did you get here so quick? Oh man, I lost my voice from what is going on here. Huh? You don't think that's exactly what I'm trying to figure out myself? Can't blame him for being on edge, I suppose. The leader of his country is dead. Speaking of which... the body is lying inside of one of the footprints. What on earth happened to him? Yellow paint. He's a climbing obstacle. And the horn, I guess. Okay. Monster. Monster. What the hell else y'all want me to say, huh? That right there is monster prints, mister. That big old, fat old Taurosaurus done stopped right through here. I ain't never been shown nothing. Tara, what? And I suppose you mean you are sure. This right here is a scooper to scoop up all the other scoops and bury them 10 feet deep. My hand trampled by a giant monster. They'll lead with that in every paper from here to Honolulu. Phoenix Wright goes to Hawaii? Ridiculous. There's no such thing as monsters. Wait. The honor is all mine, Mr. Edgeworth, and I am Dijun Wang. Your efforts on behalf of Gen Fa have not gone unnoticed. You averted something of a crisis. You're the assassin we've been looking for. In a sense, yes. A certain someone did indeed hire me to carry out a contract. And that contract did indeed specify that I was to assassinate President Wang. Did he finally manage to? You! Did you discover the body? Yes, that is, What are you doing, Agent Lang? Long G says... Begin at the beginning, with the first person to arrive at the scene. There it is. Oh, he has to hold his own scrolls now. Oh. Well, did you really just discover the body? Yes. Hey, go easy on her. Can't you see she's scared? I don't think he's in the mood to go easy on anybody. Ha! Nobody's getting it easy today. Do you have any idea who that is lying dead over there? That's President Wang, the leader of Gen Fa. Hold it! Please, Agent Lang. You don't seem your usual self, in more ways than one, in fact. Huh? When we first met, you had more underlings than I could count. He has trust issues, man. That ain't right. And you were known for your unrivaled arrest rate and your cool head under pressure. I mean, arrest rate, yeah. Cool head under pressure. He executed well, but he was misguided sometimes. Now, the underlings are gone, and you've forgotten the fundamentals of police work. What happened? What did you just say? Shouldn't you be looking over the scene instead of accusing the first person you run into? Or is it me who's forgotten the fundamentals? I don't need you to tell me how to do my job. I was just about to get started. Good. That seems to have calmed him down a little. Oh, we should take a look around too, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, I think we should. At least until the police arrive. I'm not strictly supposed to conduct investigations anymore. Don't nobody need to go to do no looking around. I done tell y'all who did it. It was Taurosaurus. Or my name ain't Lotta Ha. Wait. Not who did this, or what did this. Yeah, that. Are you quite finished? We have an investigation to be getting on with. Step aside, please. You can't order me around no more, mister. You step out of my dang way, or is more like it. Y'all messing with this here scoop of mine, and there'll be heck to pay. And then some. Excuse me. The woman who found the body. Where do I know her from? You're Mr. Edgeworth, right? Do you remember me? I sure do. Oh, yes, of course. We met on, that case. No way! You two know each other? Yes, as a matter of fact, we do, from somewhere. I think he interrogated her rather harshly, right? And she fell in love. Great to meet you. I'm Kate Faraday, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Wow, I never knew you had your own adorable little assistant. I'm Penny Nichols. I work over at Global Studios. I'm in charge of props. It's nice to meet you. Of course. One of my old cases involved a murder on the set of the Steel How did he not remember that, actually? On the set of the Steel Samurai TV show. She was a member of the crew and thus a person of interest. Our paths must have crossed several times while it was going on. And yet, I'd completely forgotten her. It's good to see you again. How do you forget? How do you forget? Always. So, if you're here, I guess that means... That's right. We're here on location filming for Global Studios. It's kind of a big feature, to tell you the truth. I was first in today, wanted to make an early start. But then I noticed something was wrong. The footprints and the body... Oh, we'll take a closer look at the body in just a moment. In the meantime, can I ask you to notify the police? Yes, of course, right away. I'll need to speak to her at length a little later. But first, let's go over the scene. There's plenty to look at besides the body. I'll need to examine everything in detail. You sure will. Empty lot. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. Here we go. Movie set crime scene yet again, huh? Ooh, that's interesting. The gates open, quote unquote. And, ooh. A smashed in, what is it, a partition? A smashed in partition? I don't think the footprints are... Well, she said something about the footprints were strange, so we'll have to ask her about that. But other than that, It doesn't seem too strange to have footprints. Ooh. There's some... It looks like some, like, dust or some drag marks. I don't know. But there's also... it's uneven. It's all uneven. I think that's just a way of how they rendered the scene, though, maybe? Yeah. Yo, welcome. It is pretty good. Trying to deduce who did it. This thing in front of the trailer here. It looks like a monster costume. What? That's a costume. You sure the creature that made these huge footprints didn't just shrink or something? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. Yeah, I've been playing this for like a few months. Or well, yeah, not a few months. A month or two. I guess that is also a few months, huh? This thing in front of the trailer here, it looks like a monster costume. A costume. Alright. Oh. Stepladder. This looks like equipment used by the lighting part. I'm having a good day. Hopefully you are too. Oh, wait. I just remembered there was something I wanted to ask you. Could you maybe light me up? Could you maybe light me up when I'm doing my next robbery? Help me look super cool. You want me to shine a light on you while you're committing a crime? Ha! Damn. That's not too early, but if you just woke up, I feel it. You bet I do. What's so weird about that? What's the point in me doing my great thieving in the dark? Folks in the cheap seats won't be able to see a thing. Oh wait, you're imagining you'll be committing this robbery in front of an audience? Yeah, that's fair. Lotta. What is it now? Can't y'all see I'm busy? Girl needs a room to work, you know? Yeah, I pretty much typically play RPGs. Why are you so obsessed with the idea that this was a monster attack? Monsters don't exist. Surely even you know that. What did you... You don't know what the heck you're talking about. Taurosaurus is real, dang it. I know that for a fact. JRPGs mainly, like this, you know, visual... This is like more of a visual novel detective style thing. But, like, action types, too. Dark Souls was pretty popular for me. And among other things, you know. Or more, I've been wanting to play Xenoblade recently, too. But, gotta focus on this for now. Because I done seen him. What? You saw Taurosaurus? Where? How? Heck yeah, I seen him. The big, bad bull himself. Right there in front of me. I was up on 51 over there at the big building just yesterday, right? Gathering materials for your story on the underground auction. Yes, we remember. Well, ain't you just Mr. Memory Man? That's right. I done seen him right when I took that photo. Oh. The person in the red raincoat, Miss Ringer, right? Yup. Y'all see that blind right there? Cows do, man. I don't know. Oh, yeah. That feels like one of those jokes on the back of the milk carton you get in school. Yeah. Y'all see that blind right there next to Little Miss Redcoat? Well, guess who was on the other side of it at that very moment? That's right, Taurosaurus. There's nothing there. Well, I can't rightly capture every dang thing. I was just a little too far away, that's all. But I seen it all right, boy, did I? Uh-huh. Taurosaurus' big old eye staring right at me, peeking right in at that window. It's pretty much reading only. It's a deduction game, almost like a Sherlock Holmes type of thing, where like you need to figure out who did it and get the right answers. A window peeking monster. Anyhow, I don't got time to be shooting the breeze with y'all. I got snaps to snap, reportage to report. Quit bugging me, will ya? Go on, get. That entire story was ridiculous. You didn't believe a word she said, did you, Mr. Edgeworth? Is it that obvious? Yep, apparently so. Where is there? Oh. No, okay. What's this big metal stick thing? Is it for, like, climbing trees or something? No, it's a camera cane. Why is that highlighted? It's used for filming from an elevated viewpoint. There's no camera currently attached, but it would usually be positioned at the top there. Gotcha. Sounds perfect for casing a place before burglary. Mind if I go ask someone about borrowing it? And how do you propose to transport it? If the answer is yes. Easy. You take the bottom part. I'll take the top. So I'm helping now. And if we go one little step at a time, we'll be back at your place before we know it. And we're walking back to my house. We sure are. Ooh, a tarp. Probably. Hey, these are those plastic sheets you can put down when you have a picnic. They're plastic sheets. That much is true, but I don't think that's what they're used for. Want me to explain, Mr. Edgeworth? Those are waterproof sheets. We use them to protect the camera when it's up on the crane. Okay. So the camera equipment might be useful for this case. Thank you. It's just a pre-made, and got it off for cheap off VGen. It starts raining while we're shooting. We can just cover up and keep going. I see. So they must be pretty big, right? Oh yes. They have to be able to cover the whole rig. Wouldn't be much point using them otherwise. The weather was pretty patchy yesterday, so we wound up using them quite a bit. And our broken log. Miss Nichols, where does this exit lead? Onto the ground of big building. In another case with direct ties to that same building. Eventually. The building with the hidden 51st floor used to store the lots for illicit auctions. I guess it wouldn't be much of a surprise if it turned out to be hiding yet more secrets. Look at this chain and padlock. Oh, look at it. Somebody cut the chain. If they did, I'm sure it was still intact when I left yesterday. I'm alright for now. Thank you for the offer, though. What does that mean? What's the matter now? Look at that huge dent. How did it get there? You're right. That is a big dent. It would have taken a sizable object to make it a heavy one, too. That wasn't like that yesterday, either. It wasn't. I guess that means the dent must have been made last night at some point. Okay. That is our main set of clues we're gonna get. Do the body in a second. Alright. I'm sorry I got a little upset before. Wait, I don't have my badge and okay. No badge for me, huh? Ew. Fuck is... Huh. Interesting. The architecture of it, maybe? Yatagarasu pin, we still have it, huh? Finding the body. You were working here alone. That's right. I came before everyone else, so I could get everything ready. But as soon as I walked through the gate, I saw the footprints. Monster prints, first thing in the morning. That must have been a real shock. It was. They weren't there when I left yesterday evening, I'm sure of it. So the footprints must have appeared late last night. First glance, I thought maybe they were there, part of the set. Oh? But then I got closer, and I saw that somebody was lying in the middle of one of them. I didn't notice until you were right up close. Yeah, my eyesight just seems to be getting worse and worse lately. I think I need new glasses. I didn't notice it was a body until I was right by it, which is why I got so shocked and ran away. That must be when we bumped into her. So the footprints weren't here last night. This is kind of strange. So you're shooting a movie. It wouldn't happen to be a Steel Samurai movie, would it? Nope. Oh. My disappointment is immeasurable. This one's a creature feature. You know, the Taurosaurus movies, right? I'm afraid not. You'll have to forgive Mr. Edgeworth. He only cares about the Steel Samurai. That's not. Hey, that's alright. Not everyone's a fan, but they soon will be. He's back after 12 years of silence. The big bad bull himself, Taurosaurus. It's the first Taurosaurus movie in a long time, so the crew's super excited about it. And parts of it are set here at the big building, so we've been shooting on location. That explains what we saw yesterday. What's happening here? What's going on with the building? Just stay calm and talk to me, kid. Cut. Yep. I'm so sorry. We're shooting a movie. Could you, That must be what they were filming. Uh-huh. So does Taurosaurus smash the big building to pieces in the movie? I bet he does, right? Wouldn't you like to know? But you'll just have to wait and find out in the theater. Ah. Versus Gordy. Here, you can have this if you like. Oh, thank you. An epic rivalry is born. The legendary Taurosaurus versus Gordy. The Global Studios production. Uh-huh. Gordy, that's funny. He has 2 horns. Okay. Gordy, huh? That's right. It's not just Taurosaurus on his own this time. He has an arch nemesis. You know Gordy, right? The monster from Gourd Lake? Oh yeah, wasn't everyone talking about that a couple years back? They're really bringing back some old cases, huh? Damn, that's directly from an old case. A mysterious creature in the lake. It showed up in that one couple's photo. Uh-huh. Not only were people talking about it, it played a major part in one of my... that wasn't one of your cases. Not a name I'm too wild about hearing again. The director's fascinated by the stories, which is how Gordy wound up in the movie. Oh, a little behind on the times, but better late than never, I suppose. And just wait till you see those 2 legends tearing it into each other on the big screen. Huh. In the front gate. I think we need to learn a little more about the security situation here on set. Miss Nichols, is the set kept locked overnight? Yep. We use one of these. Okay. Not a lock and key, what, what type of lock is that? Combination lock? Yeah, a combination lock, huh? So anyone who knows the code can get in and out. And was that lock in place when, you arrived this morning? Yep, everything was locked up tight when I got here. Who knows the combination? Oh, the producer, the director, the crew, and the actors. Basically everybody who's working on the movie. So any number of cast or crew could have opened the lock and entered. That adds a lot of people. Only have to be cast and crew though. Okay. Dude, what does Kay have to say actually? Notice anything? I can't believe somebody murdered the president. Well, I say somebody, but maybe I should say something. You don't really believe that, do you? There's a giant creature trampling him. That a giant creature trampled him to death. What? Are you saying that's not what happened? Then who did kill the president, huh? It could have been any number of people. A person in his position is never short of enemies. Shelly D. Killer himself was hired to go after him, as we know. So you're saying maybe somebody like Mr. De Killer murdered him? I can't say anything for certain, but it's a possibility we can't discount for now. Right. Just like the possibility that a monster killed him. And that's a monster footprint. He's lying. And Mr. Edgeworth, what else could it be? And there's a horn thing right by the body, too. A horn thing. I guess we can't say for sure that it's not related to the case. Maybe we should compare it to some of the items of evidence we found so far. Uh-huh. I can't believe we ran into Agent Lang. Here, of all places. Seems a little out of sorts, though, huh? He does, but that's to be expected. He's from Je ne Fa, after all. We can't expect him not to be affected by his president's death. Hey, where were the guys in the black suits he always had with him? I thought they never left his side. Where, indeed? What happened, Agent Lang? Ah, he's been through some shit. He's got trust issues. So, Mr. Prosecutor, we meet again. Aww. And why does this song have to be this? It's like a wistful, like a lone cowboy thing, almost. We saw you at the detention center the other day, too. You have some business to take care of, I take it, Agent Lang? Ha! You could say that. Nothing that need concern you, though. Ha! You really have a habit of showing up in the wrong place at the wrong time. You're a bad penny. A bad omen and a bad smell all rolled into one. Just stay out of my way, okay? I don't know about that. You're quite hostile. Quite hostile for when we work together. I've got a president to avenge. Why was he... Why are you here? You were already at the scene when we got here. Why? What were you doing in the area? Huh, what am I? A suspect? Oh, you might be. Look, I heard a scream and came running, okay? Guess it was our friend from the crew. Came in from that gate over there. Somebody already got rid of the lock for me. Not completely. I can still see it on the floor there. Perhaps I should take a closer look. When I got here, I saw a moving girl running out the other gate. In other words, he arrived right around the same time we did. So you had business here at the big building.
Something like that. A date with destiny, let's call it.
He was similarly enigmatic when we saw him at the detention center. Yeah, he's up to something. Let me guess, you're a huge Creature Feature fan too. So you came to see them filming the Taurosaurus movie.
Creature features? What do you think I am?
And not the type of person who thinks a creature might have done this, I hope.
Clearly, the creature Taurosaurus has done it.
I'm sorry about the president. You have my deepest condolences.
Thank you. Thanks. He was a great man. Genfa will be lost without him.
You and he were close, correct? That's Lang's father? Ah, well, if I read the quote, that It all
started when he hired my father. That was our big break.
Uh-huh.
Our family kept him safe. That was our most important duty and our most sacred. He gave my father medal after medal, then had to come up with new ones just for him. In the end, there were no medals left to give, so he made us the keepers of his last will and testament. Those medals, that duty, they're our greatest pride, our family jewels. Never thought.
Sorry.
Never thought we'd be unsealing that will so soon.
Wow. Sounds like your family and the president were super close. Huh. But wait. When the whole thing happened back at the lake, you weren't with the president then, right?
Look, a lot happened, okay? This was all 12 years ago or more.
Oh man, somebody else had a thing happen 12 years ago. Was it? It was. Rosie was involved 12 years ago. All right.
My father and the president being friends, our family being the ones who kept him safe. He just changed one day. It was like he became a different person.
Your father or father or the president?
Now he doesn't trust the police one bit.
I wonder what happened 12 years ago.
But regardless of what happened, I still respected him. Genfa may not be a big country, but he held that place together. Damn! What was the security detail thinking?
I imagine you've already contacted the embassy.
Of course I have, and the government, and my family. They'll be going crazy right now thinking about what needs to happen with that will. And things will be getting crazy here soon too. Those bodyguards will be all over the place. If you're not a fan of trouble, I'd leave before they get here. Look, Mr. Prosecutor. These days, I'm a one-man outfit, a lone wolf. They won't be letting me lead this investigation. But I've still got fangs, and I can still bite back. I'll find whoever did this, and I won't let you or anyone else get in my way.
What happened, Agent Lang? Is it because he was affiliated with Sheena, I guess, maybe? Potentially? It really is him, huh? You would think that. But unless he's really good at holding that gun in death. It certainly appears to be the same man we met only a few days ago. So this time, the president really did get assassinated. If that is what happened, the assassin certainly chose an attention-grabbing method. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. bum. So obviously the horn. Huh, what's with this white thing here? Wait, it's a bone. Does that mean 2 murderers? It looks more like a horn than a bone to me. Don't we have a piece of evidence that might tell us whose horn it might be? We sure do. A body surrounded by pieces of smashed up concrete. Yes. They look to have been thrown clear when the ground was broken. Phew! Sent flying by the mighty impact of a giant creature's foot. Sure, assuming this was the work of a giant creature. Ah! But are they really footprints? Just look at the shape. I know a hoof when I see one. There's only one thing that can possibly be the footprint of an enormous, terrifying beast. And it's not just the one. There are 3. Uh-huh. But you know that's impossible, don't you? You know that monsters aren't real. Sure, I probably know that somewhere deep down, but it's way more fun to believe they are. Our job is to pursue the truth, Kay, not to believe what feels most fun in the moment. Uh-huh. Alright, the body. No obvious wounds, but he's definitely not breathing. So it really was a monster. Trampled by a giant creature. Impossible. If he was trampled, he would be a lot flatter. Huh. There's something stuck to the front of his clothes there. Yeah, speckles of a yellow substance. I bet it's monster drool. Yeah, that must be it. Please, Kay, can you at least try to be sensible? We'll need forensics to tell us what it might be. Alright. That looks to be pretty much everything the body can tell us for now. I'd better note it all down. Uh-huh. Something yellow. We can definitely deduce this. I don't have that Taurosaurus. This could be one of Taurosaurus's horns, couldn't it? You're right, it totally could. Maybe it's part of a prop from the movie. If it is, it must have been something pretty big, judging by the size. What's it doing on the ground here? We should ask one of the crew. Maybe they'll know. Aha! Oh. Broken horn. This horn, do you recognize it? Huh? Oh, that's part of one of Taurosaurus's horns. It's from a model we use for promotional stuff. Where did you find it? On the ground, near the side entrance. That's weird. You keep a replica of Taurus's horn head up on the roof of the trailer over there. And it's quite large, I assume. Oh yeah! Well, not as big as the real thing, obviously, but it's still pretty big. It's just up there, see it? Ah, I do now. And... is that Maya? Aw, Maya! I see you, Maya. That means Phoenix is here. Aw, she definitely is a Taurosaurus fan. Bring back Maya. That's interesting. Maybe. I want Maya right there. That really is big. No, she's gonna disappear. No. And I can't see her anymore. I don't have height limit. Ugh. I wonder if she's always there in the scene. Probably, right? They wouldn't just include her just above. Man, I want to see her again. I want to see her in full with with what's his name? Phoenix. Huh. Okay. It's time for some good old logic, though. Hmm. Was he stomped on? Hit a monster, how? I think we can do this and this for sure. I don't think this is accurate, though, but it's going to be connected. There's no logical connection between those two things. Fine, fine. I mean, I guess this is what I get for complaining about, I guess I did just say it. Anyway, I think it's unusual that there's a combination lock and the side gate chain cut. Got that one. Perfect. The combination lock on the gate leading to the plaza was intact when Miss Nichols arrived. But the lock on the gate leading out to the side of the big building had been cut. What does this tell us? Easy. That the killer used the side gate. Precisely. And it tells us something else important too. Namely, that our culprit didn't know the number for the combination lock. You're right. It would have been way easier to come in that way if they did. But instead, they chose the classic thief's route, the lesser-known side entrance. This is no run-of-the-mill criminal, Mr. Edgeworth. We need to keep our wits about us. I'm not sure we should be excited by that fact, Kay. Anyway, we know that everyone working on the movie knew the combination, which makes it unlikely that our culprit wasn't a member. Likely that our culprit wasn't a member of the cast or crew. Something heavy bumped into it. I think that might be stomped on and broken horn, though, too. God damn it. Alright, fine. That doesn't add up. I'd better think again. Dented fence? 3 footprints? It might be these two. It is these two. These two go together. Really? I need to reconsider. I think these go together, though. Somebody made it look like the Taurosaurus. What? I'd better think again. What? I think I've gone through every option, no? Chi long leg. Huh. I tried that, no? I don't think I tried this one, maybe? Fine. Reload. Ba-ba-dum-ba-dum, ba-ba-ba-bum. Oh, Maya. There's Maya. Alright. Back to logicking. Got this and this already. Yep. Does that mean I don't have anything else? I tried that, I think. The dented fence, broken horn? It's supposed to be yesterday as well. Could be this too, huh? Let's try this. I muted my mic, sorry about that. Good thing I noticed relatively quickly, I think. I was silent there for a few minutes, my bad. Can't help but feel a little sorry for him, huh? Isn't there something we can do? Yes, listen carefully to what he has to say and try to help solve the president's murder. It definitely wants me to do something, but what? I guess we save. I'll save and reverse it. 'Cause I mean, I feel like everything's relatively connected. I just don't know how they want me to put it together. Alright. Could a monster have? It wasn't these two, right? 3 footprints, dented fence. Could be together. Might be the broken horn, actually. That doesn't add up. Dented fence, broken horn? This is what bumped into it? There we go. That's the one I missed. Both the dent in the fence and the broken horn weren't there yesterday, according to our witness. See, so were the footprints weren't there either, apparently. Which leads me to wonder. Oh, wait. You think that giant Taurosaurus head could have... I do. I think it could have rolled off of the trailer roof and landed in the lot below. There's our yellow paint, too. It seems more than possible, and it also means... Bang. Got that one. And there's no sign of a murder weapon anywhere. Oh yeah, there isn't. Now, this is still only a possibility. But if the Taurosaurus head somehow fell from the roof up there, yeah, that could kill somebody for sure. Miss Nichols, would you mind if we took a look up on the roof of the trailer? You want to go up there? Sure, I don't see why not. Uh-huh. Knock yourselves out. Oh, but don't do that literally. The steps can be kind of slippery.
Alright, I'm done here. I found out what I need to know for now.
And what might that be, I wonder? It's gonna be Gumshoe! Oh, never mind. Huh. Alright, kid.
Watch where you're walking, kid.
Move, old man.
What did you say to me? You need to learn some manners, kid.
Is that why they made a cow?
No, you need to learn when you're in the way. Quit whining and get out of here. Milk. What the?
I'm so sorry about him. Sean, apologize to the nice man. Come on, Sean. You know you can't speak to people like that.
Whatever.
Who the heck was he? Policeman, that's who. Why would you antagonize him like that? I thought they were gonna be trouble for a second there. I don't think I've ever seen anyone stand up to Agent Lang like that. Pretty typical for the emo, well, quote-unquote emo kid. Rebellious teenager. Oh, let me introduce you again. Everyone, this is Sean Fenn. He's the star of the movie we're making. Oh, the star, this little boy. Hi there, I'm Kay Faraday. It's great to meet you. Sean, this is Miles Edgeworth. He's a prosecutor. Prosecutor. That's right, and a pretty famous one at that. If he's a prosecutor, where's his badge? Ugh. He certainly doesn't pull any punches. Where is your badge, Edgeworth? I wanted to show it off to everyone, like always, but you ruined my dream. Oh, you, might not want to get too close, Sean. She is right. It's not a sight for a child. But he's involved in all of this nonetheless. I'll need to speak with him. Alright. The kid enters the scene. As expected, he is involved with the movie at least. Nothing new from her. Alright, what do you got for sure, Sean? It was Sean, wasn't it? And do you mind if I ask you some questions? Are you really a prosecutor? You just look like an old guy to me. I am. Old guy, charmed, I'm sure. Badge first, then we talk. Don't have my badge right now. The one time I need to... Ah, goddammit. I hate to be tempting me, game. The one time I don't have my badge, you make me need the badge? Ah. And how do you expect people to believe you're a prosecutor? Who? He's not the friendliest, huh? You want me to try talking to him? Oh, why not? I doubt it can hurt. I never was good with children. Sean Fenn. So, you're an actor, right, Sean? Yeah. So what? That's amazing! You're so cool! It's not that big of a deal. Kay's approach seems to be having an effect. So, those horns of yours. Yeah, what about them? Oh, those. The makeup department made them. The character he plays has a special psychic link with Taurosaurus. And the horns allow him to communicate with his giant friend. Isn't that right, Sean? Just shut up, will you? I don't need to know about all that stuff. Oh, sorry. Well, the power dynamic here seems pretty obvious. Still, that's kind of amazing, huh? Lead character in a movie. While you're still in elementary school. That's crazy. Is he older than he is? Oh, hey, Auntie, how you doing? I think I may have. uh, I have a feeling some short jokes are going to be coming along right about now. uh, oh no, Sean's actually 13. He just looks a little younger. That's about right for 13, I feel like. What? But look at him. He's so little and cute. And the backpack. I just thought that is true. I think, right? That's like a Japanese grade schooler backpack or whatever. The backpack's part of his costume. He's playing a role, remember? Yeah, I guess he is, huh? But he is kind of small, you have to admit. Oh, try not to talk about that too much in front of him. I said, stop telling people stuff they don't need to know. I'm sorry. So it's all part of the role, except for the carton of milk, maybe. Nah, that is not part of the role. Take my Yatagarasu pen, I guess. What's this? You're trying to bribe me your way out on the movie. It's not gonna work. It's not what I was trying to do. Huh? So, how would I get a part in the movie? Okay, save it for another time, please. Alright, President Wang, the dead guy. That's the president, right? Yeah, you knew him. A little. I met him once. Oh, he's meeting with presidents now. He's a movie star. Guy was a real piece of work. Hey, you can't say that. It's not nice. What was so bad about him anyway? Uh-huh. Huh. Don't want to talk about it? Fine, I guess. Oh, President Wang was working with us on the movie. Working with you? How exactly? He had a part. Just a cameo, nothing big. So he came to look around the set one time. That would have been when Sean met him. I put the president in your movie. We heard he was a huge fan of the original Taurosaurus. So the studio offered him a little role. They figured it'd be good PR. That lines up. He has a plushie. Last thing I need is amateurs on my side. I told you before, Sean. You can't talk about people like that. And I told you to shut your mouth. Rebellious kids. I guess he's none too thrilled about the idea of performing alongside non-professionals. Oh, here. Huh. What's this? Oh, wait, from yesterday. A photograph. Yeah, I just got them printed. You can keep it if you want. Wow, it's such a great picture. And you brought it specifically for me. That's so kind, thank you. No, I just happen to have a spare, that's all. He has a crush on the assistant? Maybe? I don't mind. I hope you don't mind me asking, but can we take a look too? Oh, sure. Here. Huh. So the footprints also arrived appeared overnight. Interesting. And the camera is there too. Ooh, somebody took the camera. So, it was taken yesterday, no footprints, and it's certainly no body, and obviously no dent. Is this the president in the suit? Who's in the suit? On that though. Okay. Lots of differences. Photo taken yesterday, no monster footprints, no body were visible at that point. Yep. I think that's all we're gonna get from that then. Actually, would you mind coming up there with us? Oh, sure. After you. Man, I want to see Maya again. Where's Maya? Why is that a very feminine face, actually? uh, the Taurosaurus lover, maybe? Um, yeah, no, that is a distinctly different face. Okay. Um, ooh. And there's no nose ring. Uh, um, I need to see. I think that why does the plushie have a nose ring then? I think right. Huh. So this is a mighty Taurosaurus. There's gonna be some male-female shenanigans with the Taurosaurus. Huh? He looks so different from before. Here, he's way cooler on the fly. What's with the weird nose ring on the? All right, fine, game. Call me out. Call me out. I see how it is. Oh, I forgot. You two aren't Taurosaurus fans. This is the original Taurosaurus design from 12 years back. 12 years ago, huh? Huh. So what's the one on the flyer? That's the all-new Taurosaurus. They gave him a makeover especially for the movie. He looks so much more contemporary now, don't you think? A makeover? He's totally different. This one, it's just a cow. Oh, well, he is just a cow. Or at least, he was originally based on a cow. He's a monstrosity. God damn it. A monstrosity. Yeah. The cow, man's best friend, reimagined as a terrifying monster. Oh, never heard that one. Cow is the man's best friend? Totally makes you think about our whole relationship with nature, right? That was the original concept. It does make you think about relationships. I think the concept might be a little lost on me. Me too, I'm afraid. No, there's those dogs. Maybe that was a bit of a foreshadowing to a Canis reference, huh? I don't think anybody else had a dog. If Canis shows up in this, I'm gonna be a little bit... Damn, that was some good foreshadowing, actually. I'm gonna scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Where's Maya? I need to know. Nothing back there. The cow and the broken horn. Oh. Oh. It's wet and burning, too. Yeah. I think I could probably throw that little baby over my shoulder and carry it out of here. You're not thinking of stealing it, are you, Kay? No, I was thinking I could just carry it around with me. Smile. And then, every time you shout objection, I can light you up with it and make you look super cool. Hell yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I can picture it now. You look amazing. Well, do I get the job? When do I start? Right now. Hopefully never. One day, Kay. One day. You'll have a... Well, you need a foil, I guess, right? But somebody'll assist you one day. It's a wooden table. Sadly collapsed. Parts of it are badly scorched. That's weird. The head should be on that too. Ah. That's how the head fell down. And the head broke. Okay. The head's what dented. Maybe the nose ring is the paint. Maybe it did fall on him? What caused the fire, though, I guess. But the legs are broken. I guess Taurosaurus isn't going to back on there now. And the scorch marks look particularly bad where the legs snapped off. I think there might have been a fire up here. Do you think that That's what happened to the legs? Yes, and when the fire had burned through the legs, the table would have collapsed and the head would have fallen down onto the ground below. You're right. The fire caused the head to fall. Indeed, and I also happen to have an idea about how the fire may have started. Those cans of paint thinner by the heater are pretty flammable. Not a great place to keep them. You're right. I'm sorry. I'll make sure somebody moves them. But the stove didn't get used yesterday. Not while I was here, anyway. Which makes the question of what could have started the fire all the more interesting. It sure does. There looks to be cans of paint thinner. I guess they were being used by the prop department. Look at the ground around them, Mr. Edgeworth. It's all burned. Indeed, as if the blue sheet underneath. And the nearby newspaper as is. Okay. And the newspaper and the outside of the cans. Wait, you think the Taurosaurus head can breathe fire? Nah, this old guy doesn't look like the fire-breathing type. That's not even possible, let alone likely. Still, the fire was started somehow. And there's a heater here. Do you think it's to keep the crew warm or something? I would imagine so. It's spring now, but the evening can still be pretty chilly. It really gets in your bones. Oh, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Can't start talking like an old fogey. You already look like... You have to talk young and bright and happy. I think he's like 20... 25? No. He's like 28 now, I think, right? He may have not noticed. Okay, but that's not exactly my style. Alright. The Taurosaurus head. The model is made for promotional events, stuff like that. So people would remember the old Taurosaurus and realize this was a reboot. Yeah, he does look different. People might not get it otherwise. And just as we thought, his horn is broken. Oh. So the model really is what killed the president. I think it's a distinct possibility, but there's one thing I don't quite understand. What's that? Miss Nichols, the model looks quite very heavy. How do you move it around? Oh, it comes apart. Ah. If you know the trick, it's not so hard. But I guess if you didn't, you might struggle to figure it out. If you happen not to be a member of the cast or crew, for example. Ah, I see some shenanigans forming. Once it's in pieces, could one person move it? Oh yeah, even I could. Maybe not very fast, but I could. Fell from the roof of the on-set production trailer last night. I'm sure I remember that face from somewhere. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. I know this cow. Funny, I was just thinking the exact same thing. We know it from the president's plane, of course. And from the auction. So President Wang's plushie was a soft toy version of the original Taurosaurus. Can this really just be a coincidence? No. But they did give a valid reason why he's here. Not for why he was murdered. Alright. Oh, I think we just about wraps up our preliminary investigations. And so he was killed by... yes, by a falling Taurosaurus head. At least that seems the most likely explanation for now. For now. Came down right on top of him, huh? He's back.
Well, they took their time, but here they are. Police, bodyguards, the whole gang. Mr. President, it's a little late for that, don't you think? Curses, who did this? Whoever it was made a big mistake, getting in my way. But I promise you this, they'll pay. I'm on their trail already.
Oh, what? What do you mean?
Our president may have been murdered, but that doesn't mean that extraterritoriality applies.
Good old politics back in play. But maybe not.
The local police have jurisdiction. Luckily, I know the right people to talk to. And I just got myself seconded onto the case. Lily one-man outfit or not, I'll be working this one.
It sounds like you already have an idea of where you'd like to focus your inquiries.
More than that, I've already caught the scent of my prey. Take a look at this. It's a printout from a security camera on the viewing platform at the top of the big building.
That's... Gavel? Oh, man, that's a twist, huh? I need to see something, though. I just remembered. Yes, he still has his pointy elf ears. Huh. Gavel, huh? I don't think it was Gavel, but evidence pointing to it currently.
It's pointed at the elevator that leads onto the roof, so it records everyone that goes through up there. And in this particular case, it's recorded the president and his murderer clear as day.
This isn't yesterday, though. This is the day before. Wrong date. What was Judge Gavel doing there? He's saying he suspects her of the murder. Mr. Edgeworth, I trust my offering to the goddess to you. Shh. So that you may use it to call her final judgment onto Excelsius winner. But murder goes against everything she believes in. I agree with that. And Judge Gavel in front of the elevator on the roof of the big building. President Wang and Judge Gavel in front of the elevator on the bill. Okay. Agent Lang, perhaps you could explain your thinking on the matter a little further.
Not so fast! Not so fast! Huh. I heard a little rumor while I was over at the big building. It was about you, Edgeworth. You're not a prosecutor anymore, are you?
He had to find out somehow, huh? But does that mean he trusts me even more now?
Which means you don't have any jurisdiction here. But you want to cross-examine me while I explain my thinking? Why would I agree to that?
Honestly, he's not entirely wrong. Hey, don't be like that. You were the one who was just talking about how being a lonely one-man outfit.
You know what? Maybe it should be you explaining your thinking to me. How come, even though you're not a prosecutor, you're still sticking your nose into this case?
Oh. It's a valid question. Why am I still here? Perhaps I can clarify with that with a question of my own, Agent Lang. Why are you so desperate to catch the person who murdered President Wang? Because, above all else, you're an investigator, correct? I'm desperate to catch a certain somebody myself. Oh? A person who orchestrated a murder at the big building yesterday. A person who put Kay's freedom in jeopardy. Who put her in grave danger. Aw, he wants to protect Kay still. That person is out there somewhere right now, lurking in the shadows, laughing. And until I uncover the truth and make that person pay, it doesn't matter if I'm a prosecutor anymore. I'll keep fighting. Find the truth and don't give up until you do. That's a rule I live by.
Ha! You may have the look of a smart guy, but you're a fool just like the rest of us.
A fool? How dare you?
That was just what I needed to hear. Fine, you're in.
Yep.
I've lost my minions, and you've lost your fancy title. But it seems neither of us is prepared to give up on this investigation. Now, seeing as we're both so stubborn, how about we go head to head and thrash out the details?
I'd be honored.
But be warned, I won't be going easy on you. I have an assassin to catch. And not even you're going to get in the way of that.
Oh, of course. I would expect no less. For you have the service of one Miles Edgeworth.
Let me show you the truth I tore out from this case with my bare fang.
I'm hoping Edgeworth laying double point. It could happen still, apparently. I'm hoping.
Cross-examine me, why don't you? All right. So this judge friend of yours met the president up on the roof. And then she pushed him, and he landed right here. This all happened the night before last.
Night before last.
The people had been cleared from the viewing platform, so it was just the two of them up there. And that pretty much sums it up. No doubt about it. She killed the president.
I'm definitely 1,000,000% wrong. They were completely alone. No bodyguards.
None. I checked. His security detail had no idea he even went up there. He must have gone in secret. Maybe it was a conversation that they didn't want anyone to hear.
Okay. Huh. But what kind of conversation? How were the two of them ever even connected?
Seems the president spoke to the owner of the building ahead of time. He had him set aside the viewing platform just for the two of them. And it was the president asking. I guess the guy wasn't about to refuse.
So the last person to see the president alive really could have been...
Yep, Gavel. Did you say her name was?
His argument certainly isn't completely without... it's completely without merit. It is strange that they had that meeting. I was gonna say like involvement, altercation, but it wasn't an altercation. It was strange they had that meeting, but unrelated. Well, unrelated. I want to say unrelated to his death, but we don't know that yet either. But I notice at least one glaring hole in his reasoning. That's where I'll need to focus my counterattack.
Why, I suspect Gavel.
I'm a press him, as always. One final case to press everyone I know.
Hold it! Met the president on the roof, correct?
What can you say for certain that the two really met?
So the plan is to come in swinging, huh? I've seen worse approaches. Dominate the battlefield, counter your opponent's every move. It's a tried and tested strategy.
And not what I intended as at all.
But this battle has barely even begun, Mr. Prosecutor, so shut up and buckle up. And then she pushed him, and he landed right here. Hold it!
The night before last. How can you be so sure of that?
Ha! If you're not sure, then take another look. Take as many as you need. This picture is from the camera up on the viewing platform, like I said. And the camera doesn't lie. That's from 2 nights ago.
You have a picture of them both entering a rooftop area, but nothing from after that point, I assume.
No, there's only one camera, and it's pointed at the elevator. You can't see the viewing platform itself, still. This is when the murder happened, I'm sure of it.
The president really was killed 2 nights ago. Then his body would have been here in the lot this whole time. If he went to the viewing platform, does that mean he was an auction attendee? Huh. Maybe he's involved with the auction then? Huh. Stuff from Ooh, maybe wanted to get his plushie back? Or something else? I don't know. Huh.
Taking a little moment there, Mr. Prosecutor. Well said. I'm not done explaining. Not even close. The people had all been cleared from the viewing platform, so it was just the 2 of them up there.
That's debatable. It's entirely possible somebody else was up there, surely. Yeah. What about the cotton candy stand? And, Kay?
The owner of the building received a request from the president himself to clear the area. He knew there'd be serious trouble if he messed up, so he went to work as quick as possible. They cleared everyone out, and I mean everyone, including your stupid cotton candy seller.
Stupid? That's mean.
Still, it wasn't enough. If it had been, the president wouldn't be lying there now. And that pretty much sums it up. No doubt about it, she killed the president.
No doubt about it. Are you certain of that?
Ha! Of course I am. The place, the time, everything points to the woman in the picture.
The place and the time. Interesting. Agent Lang seems to believe that the president wound up in a certain place at a certain time, and yet... Yes, I think I'm starting to see the picture here. There's at least one major point he's overlooked. That's where I'll need to focus my counterattack. Bang! It's this. Do have the plushie. It does have playback. That's good to remember. Photo taken yesterday. No monster footprint and no body. Got it in 1. Shi Long Lang, former star agent of Interpol. How the mighty have fallen. That is very typical of Shi Long Lang.
What?
Take a look at this picture. It's a behind-the-scenes shot of some of the cast and crew. Look at those smiles. Well, maybe not Sean's, but you know what I mean. And it was taken only yesterday.
What?
If Judge Gavelle really did kill President Wang the night before last, the body would have been clearly visible in the background of this picture.
What?
Perhaps you should have taken a little more time to speak with those involved. After all, thorough witness interviews form the basis of any good investigation, as you should know. I don't think I've ever seen you so happy, Mr. Edgeworth. You really do love backing your opponent into a corner, huh?
Ha! Fine, you got it. I must say, it's been a while. I almost missed it.
Aww, I miss you too, Lay. Perhaps if you try to stay a little calmer while conducting your investigations in the future.
Ha! Don't push your luck, Edgeworth.
Calls me Edgeworth too.
Long G says, the righteous anger of a wolf lasts 100 years. I won't be calming down anytime soon. Not until we've caught the president's killer.
Hi, I want the same thing. That that was what I was literally just thinking. It's so good. I think this is from the first Investigations game too, right? A callback to Lang's OST? Maybe, I don't know. But it's really good. I want the same thing. We all do, nonetheless. The body appeared last night. You have to accept that now. And there's one other thing you'll need to accept. The president didn't die from a fall. That's right. He was crushed by the falling head of a giant monster. That's debatable. The incident occurred here on the movie set, not at the top of the big building.
Not so fast. Says you. But that's just your theory. I'm not about to give up my own because of it.
But it literally can't have happened the night before last. Yeah. You just proved that that with this picture.
Did you? What if? What if your friend Gavel pushed the president off the big building the night before?
What?
The night before last, and then came down here to the movie set and hid the body somewhere.
Here? But where?
There's all kinds of stuff down here. Costumes, equipment. You could hide it anywhere. And then come back a day later. Last night, in other words, and take it out again. You just need to check the lot for trace evidence. We'll soon find where she put it.
There won't be any need for that.
What?
This piece of evidence proves that Judge Gavel can't have hidden the body. Ew, I guess the law? Meh. Can't have hidden the body. I would say the combination lock, but somebody cut open the lock too, right? Both entrances to this lot were locked. And we already know that the chain on the side gate was cut only last night. I mean, that made sense, but also it was the same point of like, it wasn't, it was only last night as the picture, but sure. Judge Gavel had no way of getting in here to hide the body the night before last.
But the murder has to have happened 2 nights ago.
Oh, why are you so set on believing that? Wait. Because the president wasn't here last night.
Because if you remember, that picture was a printout from a video. And there was more. There's footage from a few dozen minutes after your friend went up to the roof with the president. It shows her heading back into the elevator, alone.
Uh-huh.
You know what there's no footage of? The president himself leaving that room. There's no other way he could have gone down from the top of the building that high. Unless he was pushed by Gavel.
Nope. I do suspect him being an attendee of a certain underground auction. And that also kind of implicates Gavel, too, as being involved with the auction. Possibly. I don't think we're done with the auction. God damn it. You say the president was never observed returning from the viewing platform.
Yes, the camera was pointed at the elevator door the whole time. If anybody else had...
What was the timestamp, actually? No, this was after, I think, Gavel used her key card.
If anybody else had come up or down, it would have been on that tape. In other words, the presence of the camera ensured that nobody could have left unnoticed.
I see. That's not good news for Judge Gavel. Uh-huh. Vanishing from a rooftop hundreds of feet in the air. Yeah, that's a tricky one, all right. Indeed, even the Yatagarasu can't actually fly. Well, not yet anyway. Just need a little more practice. Please don't tell me you think you can learn. Ah. I'm expecting great things, Kay. Alright. I'm a president. A few dozen minutes? That's awfully vague.
The exact length of time doesn't matter. Not anymore, anyway. What matters is that she did what she did after that.
And what was that exactly? Perhaps you'd care to elaborate.
Heh. Oh, I mean to, believe me. Back into the elevator alone.
So she was alone when she went back down in the elevator. You're sure of that?
I'm certain. Like I said before, there's footage from a little while after they went up on the roof. Footage of Gavel's record recorded by the camera that points at the elevator door. And she was getting back into the elevator. Just her. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. From the point of view of a camera.
It seems almost certain that Judge Gavel did indeed get back inside the elevator alone. I doubt he'd be so sure of himself otherwise. It's so weird, right? Like, completely alone. Not even her pal, the Goddess of Justice, was there? I doubt the presence of an invisible entity would have swung things either way. What? No fair! Poor Goddess of Justice. I feel like I should light a candle for her and say a little prayer. Aw. If we could return to the matter at hand, Agent Lang. You don't think there's any possibility that the President could have taken the elevator at some later point?
No, I considered it, but... You know what there's no footage of? The President himself leaving that room.
And just to be thorough, the camera has no blind spots, and it was functioning normally.
Are you trying to say I'd overlook stuff like that? Who do you think I am?
Oh, forgive me. As I said, I was just being thorough. It's simply my way.
Bah, whatever. The footage was clean, okay? There's no doubt about it. The President came in that elevator, and he never went back down.
Understood. While I may question your testimony, I'll refrain from questioning your methods any further.
Ha! Do what you want. They're both rock solid.
There's no other way he could have gone down from the top of the building that high. And what if there was another way he could have gone down?
Not so fast. He was 50 stories up. Don't be ridiculous. The elevator was the only way down. It's that simple. If you want to take my theory apart, you'll need some sharper tools than this.
Would there really have been no other way of leaving the viewing platform?
Well, Mr. Prosecutor, are you about convinced? There's no way the President came to be lying around. Lying here. Unless he was pushed by Gavel.
Hold it!
I think it's a little too soon to be saying that for certain.
Ha! Struggle all you like, you won't escape me. My fangs will close around you in the end.
We're on the same side here. Your fangs aren't inescapable, and neither was that rooftop. I'll escape one by showing you how the President escaped the other. Ooh, nice. There's nothing this great thief loves more than a breakout.
You talk a good game, Mr. Prosecutor. Now why don't you play your money where your mouth is? Escape away if you can.
So the camera means no one could have gone unnoticed. Or it doesn't. Was falling really the only other way he could have left that rooftop? Nope. No other way he could have left the rooftop. That's why we have the big building.
Objection!
Seems you're not privy of my previous case. Actually, there was another way.
Apart from the elevator, what do you mean? You're not about to tell me he flew.
Oh, he didn't need to. It was much simpler than that. Assuming the president knew what we know, of course. Namely, that the big building has a hidden 51st floor.
What?
That's right, a hidden floor. With a hidden entrance on the rooftop. If he left that way, he wouldn't have needed to ride the elevator.
What? But you said it was hidden, right? That it was a secret. How would the president even know about it?
It's an interesting question, and one I don't have an answer to just yet. For now, this is just a theory.
So what are you talking about exactly? What is this hidden floor of yours? Sounds like the kind of place your little ninja friend would happily spend time in.
No, I hate it there. Don't make me go back. Unfortunately, Kay's memories of it are far from happy. There's a secret storeroom up there where they kept the lots of an underground auction. The whole sordid scheme was uncovered just yesterday.
An underground auction, huh? What the heck are you trying to say? That President Wang was involved somehow.
There is indeed the possibility, Lang. I don't have any proof, but I certainly think it's a possibility. Yeah, based on what we've seen of him, he totally seems the type.
Oh! Did you just diss the president? He'd never do that. Not the president. Illegal underground auctions. No. He'd have nothing to do with it. Nothing.
Oh, what's gotten into him?
I hope you two are feeling lucky. Because when people start saying stuff like that, I start biting.
Ah! Huh. She ran away.
You know nothing. Neither of you. You have no idea how much the people love him. How well respected he is.
Is that really true? Huh. Okay. Two different presidents then? Ooh. Okay. Does that mean the president we've been dealing with and the one that's dead currently is a fake president or whatever? Like the doppelganger, maybe? I think Lang earlier also mentioned that he changed 12 years ago. Keeping up an act for 12 years though is kind of insane. Huh. Is that really true? This guy, yeah. I guess we know what lurks behind the seeming respectable public face. But the people of Zhenfa clearly don't. I wonder if I should tell him the truth about his beloved president. No, what good will it do? It would only upset him more. Forgive me, Agent Lang. I didn't mean to upset you. We spoke out of turn. Both of us. I can only apologize.
Apology accepted and reciprocated. I'm sorry I got carried away.
It's alright. Kay, you can come out now. Sorry.
It's fine. It's not you I'm upset with. It's the animal who killed the president.
Oh, well, ain't you just a fine figure of man? Agree. All patriotic and such. Gotta tip.
Ha! What are you talking about?
Gotta tip your hat to that sort of thing. Oh, well, I got good news for you, Mr. Patriot. Real good news.
What?
Ain't no way in heck your pal the president moseyed on downstairs via 54. 551.
Really?
I was hunkered down in that there storeroom the whole dang time. Eyes peeled like oranges. Of course, she would have already snuck in by that point. Uh-huh. No president, huh? I mean, he can look different. Can you give us a description of that? Add it to the testimony, please.
Thanks. That's very useful to know. Well, Mr. Prosecutor?
What?
Guess my theory still stands, which means I'm not budging an inch. Nobody saw the president after he met with Gavel 2 nights ago. That's a fact.
But it's also a fact that the body appeared only last night. How could the president have fallen from the roof 2 nights ago and only have been found today? That seems a little slow as falls go, wouldn't you say?
Sure, there are questions that still need answering. I'll give you that.
Then I guess there's one thing we can both agree on. Oh yeah, what's that? The question of exactly what happened here yesterday will require further investigation. Yeah, I guess all we know for sure is that the body and the footprints appeared during the night. Agent Lang, we'd like to hand the body off to the coroner if you don't mind, sir.
Fine. He's all yours. Just take care of him, okay?
He cares for the president. A little too much, too. Oh, one last thing, sir.
What? We found footprints near the body. I mean, footprints in the footprint, if you will.
Little ones in the, big one, sir. Human footprints in the monster print. Interesting.
And what kind of prints?
Sir, they were child's footprints. About the size of your average elementary school kid. Elementary school kid murderer? And Sean. What? Huh? Elementary school? No, it couldn't be. It could be. What now? Miss Nichols. I didn't mean to butt in, sorry. Was there something you wanted to say? What's she so scared of? There's something I have to tell you. You'll probably think it was pretty awful of me, but I'm sure it's nothing you need to be quite so nervous about. Well, what is it? Last night I came here.
What?
You mean you came back to the set? Why? Well, I was worried about him, so I came back to check. Check on Sean, I mean. Sean, the boy. Makes sense. Yes. You see, he stayed behind on his own last night to rehearse. Wow. He really takes the job seriously, huh? Well, this movie is his first lead role, and he's trying so hard to make it perfect. So she might have seen what happened last night. Around what time was this? Let's see, it was already after 10, I think. It looked like it was about to rain, so I got a little worried and came down. And when I got here, well...
You saw something, didn't you?
Yes. Sean was there on his own, running his lines. And towering above him was this long, like, really, really long neck. Neck. Yes. The skin like an enormous worm. Gordy? It was like a dinosaur. Hoo-wee. You mean, it must be. Gordy. Good old Gordy. You done give me the slip last time, you slimy old lizard, but I got you now. What? Now Gordy's involved too. Yeah, I think he might be. It was as surprised as you are. Although, I guess Sean was practicing being a kid who can communicate with monsters. Hot dang, you're right. He could have been communicating for real with the big little horn doohickeys or thing of his. Right. But it seemed more like he was kind of, looking up and talking right to him. Looks like the fire's going. And that is the tarp on the... I know what that is. That's the tarp on the camera. It was like they were friends. It is pretty weird, right? Dang tune, it's weird. With a mustache on a meal. How could he cheat on his best monster pal like that? I fear movies and reality might be getting a little mixed up here. Ah, very typical.
And you're absolutely certain that's what you saw?
Oh yes, but only for a moment. I was so shocked I just turned and ran.
Oh well, how about that, Mr. Prosecutor? Another mysterious beast to contend with.
And don't tell me you believe this nonsense, Agent Lang.
The monster angle's neither here nor there. But I think we have a pretty good idea now who we need to speak to next.
Young Mr. Fenn. If he really was here last night, then there's a good chance he saw something.
My thoughts exactly. The prosecution calls Sean Fenn to the stand.
You're not a prosecutor, Agent Lang. And also, you hate prosecutors.
Oh?
Sean ran off just a moment ago.
What?
We need to get after him. April 6th. I would say that's like the chief, but nah.
God, where the heck did he go?
Maybe he just went home. You're right. Won't be doing any filming today after all.
Sure, or maybe he went off on the land.
Nah, you're just overthinking things, surely. He's a child, Agent Lang. There's no way he killed the president, not on his own.
And who said he was on his own, huh? Maybe a monster gave him a hand. Maybe he summoned one of his creature feature pals to help him.
Yes, very funny.
I'm not saying the kid did it. Not for sure, anyway. Not yet. But he's our most important witness right now, and we need to find him.
I fully agree.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Hey, it's Gummy. Oh, I miss you so much, sir. Oh, he ran away. What was that about?
Ha! Well, just goes to show you that your police force can't be trusted.
Are you saying you intend to continue investigating the president's murder alone? And how dare you disrespect Gumshoe by saying he can't be trusted?
Yeah, so what?
Well, last time we met you, you had about 800 other agents helping you.
Sure, but I told you I'm a lone wolf now. You got a problem with that? I don't need lackeys, and I don't need friends. All I need are these fangs right here. Keeps things nice and simple.
No lackeys, no friends. This trust was betrayed, but damn, come on, Agent Lang.
Anyway, catch you both around.
Ah. Heh. Things just done got interesting. Ah, wow. And it sounds like I got my work cut out for me. Two big beasties on the prowl. Ooh-wee. It's raining scoops. You know, if I don't catch at least one, I ain't no shutterbug worthy of the name. I love her run animation. Wow. Wow. This all got kind of complicated, huh? It did. The Taurosaurus footprints were bad enough. Now Gordy. This might as well be a movie. Ooh. Oh, well. Then we'd better get our monster hunting shoes on. I suppose we had. Huh? Who's that? That's one of Agent Lang's old team. Is this going to be where they're hunting down the kid or whatever? We've come across them a few of them on the previous cases, but this one's on his own. Excuse me.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. Long time no see, sir.
How come you're not with Agent Lang?
Shifu, he's not technically my boss anymore.
Really? What happened?
You remember that case from a month or so back?
The Yatagarasu case. How could we forget?
He made kind of a big mistake there. Came about as close to aiding and abetting a serious criminal as you can come and still keep your job.
Indeed, I guess that was pretty close.
Well, being Shifu, he took full responsibility. So they disbanded our team.
Oh, wow, that's harsh.
But it explains why
he's now a lone wolf, as he puts it.
he took responsibility. That makes sense.
So, what are you doing here?
Well, to tell you the truth, I was worried about him.
Ah,
I think he's been chasing ghosts. Ghosts from 12 years ago, to be precise.
12 years ago? What does that mean?
How his father died. Sorry, I already said too much. I'd better be on my way.
These ghosts of Agent Lang's. Could they have something to do with the case we're currently investigating? Highly likely. Highly likely. Like, almost a guarantee. Wow. Well, looks like everyone left except us. What do we do now? Good question. Miss Hart went off monster hunting, and I guess Agent Lang is busy trying to track down young Sean. Perhaps we should try to investigate another angle. Oh, what kind of other angle? Somebody needs to get Judge Gavel's side of the story. Oh yeah, you're right. What did she say again? Please forgive me, but I had better be on my way. I am to preside over the trial of Fifi Lagarde in a bit. Ah, I guess the trial will be beginning right about now. Indeed, I think we'd better head down to the courthouse, don't we? Alright, let's go. Huh? Well, to be continued. Unless Maya was doing something on her own, I don't think Phoenix is working the case. Court is now in session. I can go a little bit longer. Fender and Francisca. Oh man, this might be actually quite lengthy. Fifi Lagarde. Is the defense ready to proceed? She's actually being a judge. You bet. Bring it on, Big G. Where's our OG judge, huh? Our hockey beard playoff beard judge. The prosecution has been ready for some time. The original attorney in this case, Rosie Ringer, was murdered. Wow, the original prosecutor, Eustace Winter, has disappeared. I don't like that he disappeared. I think there's unresolved Eustace Winter stuff too. So, Fender and Francisca have taken over in their places. Makes a lot of sense. Very well. Let me begin by apologizing for delaying the delayed start to these proceedings. The crime we are here to adjudicate took place in a prison, an institution of the judiciary. What's more, the fact that the defendant was the warden of said prison carries over grave implications. These two factors combined cause pre-trial preparations to take more time than usual. And then, the unfortunate passing of the attorney in charge, Miss Rosie Ringer, delayed the trial yet even further. But now, we are ready to begin at last. Mr. Fender, Miss Von Karma, the court thanks you both for stepping in on such short notice. Hey, no sweat. Rosie was your pal, right? And this was her last case. Couldn't exactly say no, could I? You'll have to bear with me, though, gang. Didn't exactly get a ton of time to read the paperwork. How about you, friend? Everything cool over there on your side? It's hardly ideal for the prosecutor in charge of the case to have run off and abandoned it. But justice can't sit around waiting for him to grow a spine. The evidence has just been handed to me, so yes, I'm ready. Thank you both. Very well. Bring the accused, Miss Fifi the guard, to the stand. She has her coat back on. Could she have been involved in the underground auction too? I invite the prosecution to make its opening statement. Oh, all right. The accused was... Let me stop you right there, darling. What is it, Miss Lagarde? Oh, I was just wondering if you could tell me something. Not something being why on earth am I here. Perhaps the opening statements will clarify that for you. But will they, dear? Really? Fine. Carry on if you must. I fully intend to, if you can stay quiet for one moment. The murder in question happened at the prison where Miss Lagarde worked as a warden. The victim, one Bronco Knight, was being held in the detention center. But the prosecution's case will show that Miss Lagarde took him from the holding cells and murdered him. And she did so with this knife. Huh? Is something the matter, Miss Von Karma? How can that... No, the evidence. Oh, what gives, friend? Everything okay? The murder weapon, it's not here. And neither is Bodhisharma Cronus' chisel. What? Say it ain't so. Okay. Silence, silence. Miss Von Karma, explain yourself. I wish I could, Your Honor. And no murder weapon, Then what exactly are we all doing here? Really, darling? You shouldn't volunteer to prosecute a case if you can't even keep the evidence safe. I can only work with what the previous prosecutor gave me. Whoa, little boy winner strikes again. Is it really just incompetence? I don't know. Hey, gee. What is it, Mr. Fender? I guess we know where this is going, huh? Let's kick this one down the road a little further, shall we? The court hereby denies the defense's request. Whoa! Don't be like that. What's the dealio? She's absolutely right, of course. We simply can't have any more delays. Let's get on and show everyone how wonderfully innocent I am, shall we?
Objection!
Innocent. I'll thank you to take this seriously. Oh, but I am, darling. And you wouldn't have any evidence. You don't have any evidence. You just said so yourself. In the courtroom, evidence is everything. Haven't I had that somewhere before? And without any, you can't charge me with anything, isn't that right, Verity darling? It is. She never breaks character. She's always this stone cold. Whoa! Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot stand. As such, this court hereby declares the accused, Fifi Lagarde, not
Objection!
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold the phone there, hasty pants. You can't go dropping a verdict just like that. Forgive me, but why is the defense objecting to its client being acquitted? Aha! Don't be cute, kiddo. You know as well as I do that little Miss Warden over there is guilty as all heck. And as for the murder weapon, you were right there when we found it. Mr. Fender, it is incumbent upon this court to see that fair judgment is afforded to all. And as the instrument of the court, I cannot allow you, my experience or opinions to interfere with my work. You must think of the Judge Gavel, who was present when the murder weapon was found. And the Judge Gavel you see before you in the courtroom today as two entirely different persons. Gee, you're killing me here. I have no choice but to pass judgment based on the evidence available.
Objection!
And we have that evidence, just not here. Give me some time, just a little. I'll find it, I swear to you. The prosecution hereby requests a recess. Oh, yeah, the defense does that too. Come on, Your Honor, don't do us like this. Very well. The court accepts the request. Really, Verity? You wouldn't help anyone bowing to pressure like that, you know. There'll be a 15-minute recess. I suggest that both the prosecution and the defense use the time well. Understood. Ah, I lost my... Phew, saved by the bell, huh? Very well. We will reconvene in 15 minutes. Ah, some things are happening. But we did totally find that knife, didn't we, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, of course we did. Huh? What's the matter, detective? It's the metal detector, sir. It's a reaction to the alligator. What? How? The metal detector was reacting to something inside her, after all. Your Honor, I'd like to remind you of this piece of evidence. The chisel. Ha! Didn't we just figure out that isn't the murder weapon? You might recall that Mr. Canis had hid this chisel in his dog's mouth. Would you believe that the real murder weapon was hidden in much the same way? That's right. The murder weapon is hidden inside the alligator in that pond over there. So did somebody steal it, or what? Mr. Edgeworth. Ah, they're back too. Miss Barry, Miss Saint, are you here to watch the trial? Yeah, we heard it was going to be a real fun show. Excuse me. You know where we need to go? It's the trial for the case I was nearly convicted for. It should be starting any minute now. We were late because of practice, but somewhere around here, right? Simeon, there's kind of a problem. They lost some evidence, the knife and the chisel. So they called the recess and kicked us all out of the courtroom. But no, they can't. I'm not a suspect. Not again. They're not going to rescue again, are they? Ah! Don't say that. No. Gee, I forgot how easy it was to upset you. Huh? How dare he embarrass me like that? She's whipping a wall. Speaking of easy to upset. Francina, Friendarella. Chill, okay, just chill. Come on. Put the whip away. That's it. That idiot of a so-called prosecutor. I'll find him and I'll make him eat whip for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Oh, I'm out of here. Milester, you gotta calm her down. Kid's gone cuckoo. I guess I'd better at least try. Out of my way, Miles Edgeworth. There's a whole bunch of other people to talk to, though. Okay. Some strange things do be indeed happening. Where is the evidence? This is how everything's connected, huh? I think this is pointing to Eustace Winter being not as dumb as we think. But I guess we'll find out, huh? Alright. Everything else, because my first set of statue books. Hey, do you think even I would understand these? Ah! But somebody's taken the very first one! If I were going to read these, I need to begin at the beginning, right? How else would I understand the story? I'm sorry to disappoint you, Kay. But this might be the wrong place to look for a compelling narrative. Courtroom trials sure are fun. And there's even an animal tamer performing here today. An animal tamer? But she's a little too grumpy. Might want to think about appealing to the audience a little more. But she is so good with that whip. If you're talking about who I think you are, that whip is exclusively reserved for the use of humans. And well, human tamer she do be. Is there nothing we can do to help? Let me see. Oh wait, I have a good idea. If you guys put on a show here in the courtroom, that would distract everyone. And they'd be so busy watching they'd have to postpone the trial till later. No. If I do that, they'll arrest me again. No, they won't. It's fine. Courtrooms are nice. If you entertain everyone, there's no way they'll arrest you. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? I really wish you wouldn't spout such nonsense with such infuriating confidence. The court is in session. It is in recess. Nobody's allowed to enter. Really? Nobody? The court is in recess. Nobody's allowed to enter. If nobody's allowed to enter, how will the trial ever get started again?
I don't know. You got me good.
How do you like that, Mr. Edgeworth? I hit him with the stone cold contradiction. When that gained us exactly nothing. Ah, but how does the court resume, huh? Oh, we went through this. Ha ha ha! The model of the courthouse still, huh? This couch must be a few years old. It's very well worn indeed. Yeah, right. But who would have worn it? Not worn in that... Never mind. I think we got our wires crossed there somewhere. Ah. Where are you going, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, nowhere. I was just looking at the doors here. I get it. Basic thief work, right? Making sure you know where all the exits are. If you're angling for a position as the Yatagarasu's assistant, just say the word. Seeing as it's you, I'll let you skip the written test and the practicals. Basically, the job is yours. Thank you. It's a very kind thought. Edgeworth, Yatagarasu's assistant. It's a model of the courthouse. Look how realistic it is. There's something written here. This incredible model can transform into a robot at the touch of a button. Those wishing to see this transformation in action should inquire at the main reception desk. The courthouse model transforms. Mr. Edgeworth? Huh. She seems very subdued for once. I thought she'd be excited by something like this. When the model transforms, does the whole building transform too? Of course. Okay, there's no possible universe in which that would happen, or could happen. I hope. I could see it happening. There's a sign stuck to the water fountain here. Press the pedal to enjoy delicious ice-cold water. However, be aware that once you press it, the water won't stop. Use with care. I think do not use under any circumstances might be appropriate. Alright, I'm a pretty careful girl. Here goes nothing. Not another step, Kay. This shows the list of the trials that take place in this courtroom. Miss Lagarde's trial features prominently, of course. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, if we don't find this missing evidence, I know. It'll be bad for all of us. We need to speak with Francisca and Fender. How we do? Oh. The doors. Door dialogue. What about the benches? No. Right, Fender? Why you scared of Francisca? K-Meister, so you got the old memory back, huh? Sure did. Me again. Was he there for the, You had me worried 6 ways till Sunday. Not that. Other K wasn't a blast too. Anyway, welcome back, kiddo. Bring it in. Why you gotta deny my man? No. We need to be thinking about this trial right now, okay? Yeah, guess things did go pretty pear-shaped in there, huh? Man, we'll never get his hug. The trial. We need to dig up this missing evidence. Lickety-split. But we can't count on them putting the trial on hold much longer. Yeah, it's a stumper, all right. If only some kind soul would offer to go find it for us. That's an expectant look if I ever saw one. Miles Azrren. Can't help but notice you still have an ass for your prosecutor's badge back, kiddo. Bucko. Finally decided to come walk the path of righteousness with me and your old man, huh? The committee has my badge. That much is true. But I haven't given it up just yet. I'm still not ready to walk in my father's footsteps. No. Well, it's not like there's a deadline. You do you for as long as you need. The old family office will be waiting to welcome you with open arms when you're done. Thank you, Fender. I'm welcome anytime, huh? Alright. Oh, it's you. Good morning, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor. Francisca. You shouldn't be here, you know. You're not in the right line of work anymore. You should be at home planning whatever it is you mean to do with the rest of your life. Oh. The trial. What are you going to do, Francisca? You only have 15 minutes. Don't you think I know that? And wipe that infuriatingly reasonable look off of your face. You're like a news anchor calmly reading the news or something. And it's utterly exasperating. It's probably better that I don't rise to that. Not unless you want that whip. I never imagined you'd be the one prosecuting this case, Francisco. Nor did I. But what a case. The murder of a presidential bodyguard. And by the warden of a prison, no less. The murder weapon was probably entered into evidence and everything. And yet, when you went to present the knife to the court, it wasn't there. That imbecile! Not only did he abandon his case, he made me look like a total fool. There it is. The next time I see the little coward, I'll whip him into shape if it's the last thing I do. You go ahead and do that, but quit taking it out on the people around him. I mean, you stepped in for it. Yeah, if somebody would go sniff out the evidence for us. Wink, 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 wink. Fine. We'll do it. If only to avoid a certain someone. Way to go, Milesio. You sure? I'll do what I can, but that might not be much in 15 minutes. Fran and me will buy you as much time as we can, okay? Relying on an ex-prosecutor. How low will I have to stoop? G won't be banging that ham of hers until you've made it back with the goods, I promise. Oh, thank you. I'll be counting on you, Fender. And you, Francisco. How does that sound? What makes you think I'll accept your help? How about some advice instead? Will you seriously consider a new career as a news anchor? Come on, Fran. Clock's a ticking here. Time to step up to the plate.
All right, fine. We will solve the trial for as long as we can. But you better get your ex-prosecutor behind in gear. You know, I quite like having you run errands for me. Maybe that could be your new career instead. Oh, I'm glad you're on board. I can help too. I don't want to be arrested again. Oh, this sounds like fun. Can I play? Alright, that would be very helpful of you both. Very well. Where shall we begin? I think we need to go to speak to a certain someone, don't you? I would say Fifi Lagarde. It could be very... Nah, it's gotta be Fifi. Oh, wait. It's gotta be Eustace, actually. Eustace Winner. That's right. The supposed custodian of the evidence in question. Eustace Winner. Oh, the new prosecutor guy. Okay, we're on it. Thank you, Mr. Saint. We're not going? Alrighty then. I think we'd better huddle and talk tactics, huh, friend? Just the two of us. Ow! Don't keep me waiting, Miles Edgeworth. I'll try not to. We'll be back as soon as we can. Oh, Franny Poo, wait up now. Alright, we need to find Mr. Winner and fast. Gavel. Whoa! Judge Gavel. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, the pleasure as always. A pleasure? How is it a pleasure? And what was all that about just now? Okay, stop it. But Judge Gavel knows that horrible woman is a killer. Why the heck would she? Evidence is the only language that the goddess of justice understands. My own personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. Is this all Judge Verity Gavel is? You may believe my way of thinking to be heartless, but it is my way. To be this hard and unforgiving. There's something I'd like to ask you if you don't mind. Please go ahead. What were you doing on the roof of the big building 2 nights ago? The roof? You met the president up there, didn't you? We've seen security footage of the two of you. And is there something wrong with that? Only that his body was discovered this morning, right next to the very same building. What? I think you understand what I'm getting at. You're considered a suspect. What happened between the two of you? Nothing. We simply talked for a few minutes. And when we were done, I left. I took the elevator back downstairs alone. That much we know to be true. As I said, we've seen the footage. And what business did you have with the leader of a foreign power? I'm not at liberty to say. I see. Well, I'm not at liberty to leave it until I have answers. In which case, there's only one thing for it. She's hiding something, and I had to get it out of her. Right now? He's doing it right now. Judge Gavel met with the president of Jean Fall the night before last. What a lovely way to spend your time helping out Franciscan Fender. Uh-huh. 5? Oh, 4. Okay. Yes, I admit it. We met on the roof of the big building. It was simply to discuss professional matters. Matters that I am not obliged to discuss with you. I'm clearly going to have to work hard to get past her professional defenses. If she puts up too impenetrable a facade, I'll probably be better off biding my time. I should start by asking what she met the president to talk about. Ah, mind chess? Immense! What did you talk to the president about?
Perhaps you could begin by telling us what you met with President Wang to discuss. As I told you, professional matters. Professional matters which I do not intend to share with you. Bide my time. Weapon drawn, bide your time. Oh, sorry about that. I'm so glad you understand. And she shuts up here. I must say, you're a very busy woman. A judge, a committee member, an occasional aide to us in the field, even. Oh, thank you. I take my professional duties very seriously. And do those duties include meeting foreign dignitaries? Yes, of course, from time to time. The law is my life. Nothing I do falls outside the scope of my duties. You helped us this morning. Return Kay's promised notebook to us just this morning. Surely you can't claim that that fell within the scope of your duties. Honestly, a pretty low blow, Edgeworth. Damn. I am not yet a perfect servant of the law. That much is true. No, you're a human being, and that was an act of simple human kindness. And you took advantage of it. You have feelings, Judge Gavelle, and you are allowed to have them. About the president's death, too. I can still hardly believe it. If I might ask, how did he die? He was crushed to death by the head of a monster known as Taurosaurus. Forgive me, I should probably explain. Is that true? He died on the set of a movie. He did. Interesting that you shouldn't even know what Taurosaurus is. Oh, I imagine I must have heard about it from Eustace. Something about them shooting a movie somewhere near the big building. Yeah, she isn't fooling anyone. She's clearly very, very upset about something. She mentioned Mr. Winter, who seems to have disappeared, along with some vital evidence. Perhaps, if she won't tell us what she discussed with the president, we should try to find out what else she might be hiding. Aha. Clearly getting under her skin. I need to dig further. Where's Mr. Winter? Francisca stepped in to take Mr. Winter's place in the trial. Now, how was she supposed to prosecute the case if he never handed over all the evidence? My interest is solely ensuring that a trial proceeds fairly once it has begun. Also, isn't there I guess not, huh? Isn't there a proceeding where there's like a transfer of evidence between like a prosecutor to prosecutor thing that the judge oversees or whatever? But this is like before the trial officially started, so maybe that's it. And if once it has, vital evidence cannot be presented, it should surprise no one if the accused goes free. Unfortunately true. I am a judge, a servant of the law. My personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. Honestly, I respect it. So, you have no personal feelings when it comes to Mr. Winter's disappearance? Of course I do. I worry about him terribly, too. Aw, she's a very mother figure. You're worried about someone else as well. Oh, wait, too. Does that mean there's somebody else you're worried about as well? I imagine their identity might explain the strangely agitated state. I don't know what you're talking about. I am a servant of the law. My feelings are immaterial. You're no servant. You're a person. We are all servants of the law, all of us who stand in the courtroom. But we're not superhuman. You and me, everybody else, we're just people underneath it all. Much as we'd like to bury our feelings and remain impartial, that simply isn't possible. I like how this whole argument is just hitting her in the feels. You are right, of course. I am in no fit state to offer impartial judgment. Please, Judge Gavel, just tell us the truth. What's going on? I'm... Somebody kidnapped? What do I do? What do I do? Whoa. That is a weird, shocked pose for her, but I don't like that the mouth's open. It's weird, but she is shocked. I've never seen her lose her composure like this. I should ask her who this person is she's so worried about. Her professional mask is finally beginning to slip. Perhaps now I can get to the human being underneath. Judge Gavel, who are you so worried about, and where are they? My apologies, but I simply cannot tell you. I'll need a clue, yep. Are you worried about Mr. Winner? The person you're so worried about, is it Mr. Winner? He's not been seen since he discovered the truth about his father. Of course, I am worried about him. This could also be a valuable test for him. He chose to disappear, and he can choose to reappear. And the other person you're worried about can't. That's not something I'm at liberty to talk about. I don't know what might happen to that poor child if I did. Sean? That poor child? Who do you mean? Who are you talking about? Nobody. Please. It was nothing. Ignore it. Judging by the look on her face, I definitely shouldn't. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. Is Sean... is Sean related to her? This person you're so worried about, is it the Taurosaurus? You really don't have time for jokes, Mr. Edgewood. It's not a joke. When I told you how the president was killed, you seemed surprised when I mentioned that he was crushed by Taurosaurus. That was simply shock at learning how he died. And where. A half-built firm set on an empty lot. There's something wrong with where he died. It sounds as if something about where he died is particularly troubling to you. No, that's not true at all. It's just... sunsets are places where dreams are made. Instead, a great man met his end there. I only hope that the utmost care is taken when the news is shared with the cast and crew. Crew member found. But I'm afraid the cast and crew already know. We met two of them on the scene. A crew member and a young actor, Sean Fenn. No, why? Why did this have to happen? Something about the Taurosaurus connection really seems to be upsetting me. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. Judge Gavel, who are you so worried about? And where are they? My apologies, but I simply cannot tell you that. The poor child is missing, aren't they? So this poor child is missing and you're desperate to find them. And since you say child, I suppose we're right in assuming that this person is a minor. I can't answer, and I won't. It has no bearing whatsoever on the murder of the president. Time to deploy my clue. You seem to get very sensitive every time I mention Taurosaurus. The poor child you mention has something to do with the movie, don't they? How did you? Oh, you're usually so cool and collected. Your discomfort told me everything I needed to know. Who is this poor child? You have to tell me. Maybe the bastard son of the president? Born from the original Taurosaurus 12 years ago? Whatever happened? Very well. You figured out so much already. I will tell you the truth. The person I am so worried about, the person I'm so desperate to find, is Sean Fenn. Sean, but why? That is more than I can allow you to know. And Judge Gavel, you said you would tell us the truth. And if you don't give it up voluntarily, we will have to force it from you. I'm afraid we're just going to have to accept that. Refill the bar. I need to get her to tell me why she's so desperate to find Sean. You know him. You know Sean personally. He is famous. That's a lie. I doubt there are many people who do not know him. I certainly didn't until today. And you clearly need to be better informed. Perhaps I could teach you a few things. There's almost nothing I don't know about him. No. Forgive me. I allowed myself to get a little carried away. That seems to happen quite a bit when the subject of Sean comes up. Ah, look. I do not know him personally. I simply know a lot about him. I'll need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line of questioning, okay? Do you know where he is? We're trying to find Sean too. Do you have any idea where he might be? Why would I have any idea about that? The two of us aren't connected in any way at all. I'll need a clue. Okay. Are you a fan? Are you a fan of Sean's, perhaps? Am I? Yes. Yes, I am. I am an ardent admirer of the work of Sean Penn, child actor extraordinaire. I heard that he was filming near the big building. So I made it my business to learn where the set was and some other important details. I see. I suppose that makes sense. As a fan, you'd want to know such things. I imagine you would also have tried to learn when he was supposed to be on set. Yes, of course. He said he would be filming there all day today. Uh-huh. Did you hear that from Sean himself? You made it sound like you heard that from Sean himself. I don't think he's been sharing his schedule with a mere fan, do you? No, I misspoke. Ignore me. Every slip of the tongue she makes seems to be to do with Sean. And now we know she's spoken with him. That's an important clue. He's famous. Uh-huh. Bide my time. Forgive me. Look. Definitely, you must have spoken to him. I can understand you being worried about Sean, but you seem a little too worried. And you implied before that you had spoken with him. Which must surely mean that you know him personally. How did I give away so much? Because you keep talking? So the two of you are acquainted. And this is surely an important clue. The two of you are very much connected. I don't know what exactly the connection is between you and Sean, but I know for certain that it exists. You're as good as told us that it does. Please, Judge Gavel. You have to help us try and find him. Help you? But that would never be allowed. By whom? The goddess of justice. You're the one person who knows where he is. At last, the puzzle pieces are finally starting to fall into place. I know why you're so reluctant to tell us anything about your relationship with Sean. Admit it. He's been kidnapped, hasn't he? The Judge Gavel. I need you to tell me the truth, all of it. Very well, this time. I will tell you everything. Your intuition was correct. Sean has been kidnapped. I knew it. But why does that have anything to do with you? I am. That is... Sean is. He's my son. Yeah. That made a lot of sense. I can't look at the what's it called. What? Oh, well. We may not have found out what she and the President Wang were talking about, but we found out something just as important. Sean has been abducted. Not exactly the end game I was expecting, but that's checkmate nonetheless. Yeah. Made it fairly obvious that, I didn't think, he does have different hair. So it wasn't obvious. Ooh. Who has eyebrows like that, though? He has no eyebrows. Eustace Winner, at your service. I don't think... Well, okay. I don't know if the father figure is going to be relevant. Anybody with those type of eyes, though, too, huh? Not that we've been introduced to. Kind of has his mother eyes. Not the hair color, though. Huh. Anyway. I'm assuming 12 years ago is going to be brought... Well, wait. No. 12 years ago, he was just born. Okay. Or he's a year old, at least. Okay. What? What? You're Sean's mom, Judge Gavelle. No way, come on. You're too young. How old is she? Not that young. I mean, she is quite young, but... It's true. Wait. Adopted? Actually, I just realized, I hope it's adopted. Holy fuck. Or she had a fucking pregnancy as a minor, bro. It's true. I am Sean's mother. Look. A C-section? Oh, right. Magazine. Clipping. An article about Sean. You always carry this with you? Yes. Everywhere I go. I guess you could call it a kind of talisman. This is recent, though. This isn't, like, proof. That certainly speaks to the bond between them. Does it really? Does it really? Huh. Always carry this with you. And you're sure he's been kidnapped? Unfortunately, yes. I received a phone call from the kidnapper just before the trial began. Did they make any demands? Only one. That Fifi Lagarde be found not guilty. Well, that certainly explains what we saw in there. And without any, you can't charge me with anything, isn't that right, Verity, darling? It is. Haha. Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot proceed. As such, this court hereby declares the accused Fifi Lagarde not guilty. And that's why you came so close to declaring her innocent. I failed in my duties to the law. I am a judge. If I cannot arbitrate with impartiality, I make a mockery of justice. And yet I tried to force through a ruling based on nothing but my own self-interest. Judge Gavelle. The goddess must be furious with me. But I just couldn't do it. I couldn't sacrifice my son on the altar of justice. I couldn't remain impartial when it mattered most. Of course you couldn't. Are you crazy? Kay. No parent could just give up on their child like that. If that makes the goddess of justice mad, then I'm sorry, but she's wrong. If she really thinks that way, then she's the guilty one. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Well said, Kay. Yes, declaring the goddess guilty. That's bold. Kay is right. As I told you, though we all serve the law, we are also only human. And none of us could or should be expected to sacrifice a child for the sake of a verdict. I don't fully believe... Well, thank you, both of you. Her quote-unquote proof of her being his mother is kind of weird. Also, she had him as a fucking child. So, thank you, both of you. Unless adopted. But the trial must continue. There's no escaping that. 15 minutes, Your Honor. There you are. Oh, it seems it is time. Judge Gavel. My dad was a prosecutor. He was. Yeah, he used to work in a courtroom, just like you do. And I was thinking about what he would have done if he was in your position right now. If a prosecutor were forced to insist that a clearly innocent suspect be found guilty. I know what he would have done. Anything, that's what. He would have done anything to get me back. He would. So what I'm trying to say is, you can trust us. What do you mean? To get him back, to snatch him from the jaws of danger. I'm the second Yatagarasu, and if you agree to trust me, I promise I'll get him back for you. Hell yeah, Kay. She's really stepping up this case, huh? Oh, the thief who steals only the truth, and perhaps one or two other things. Well, Judge Gavel, what do you say? You trust the great thief to steal back that which matters most to you. Mr. Edgeworth. I'd like to help too, if that's all right with you. Thank you. I know I am in no position to ask this of you, but please, see that he comes home safely. Oh, we will. Don't worry, you can count on us. Here, take my cell phone. Ah. She really is a Taurosaurus fan, huh? Kidnapper may call again. You'll get it back, along with your son. I promise. I will do everything I can to draw out the trial. But I don't imagine I can give you more than about 2 hours at best. 2 hours? That gives us until 2 p.m. Please, I'm counting on you. And here I thought the great thief was on a sabbatical. Well, hold on to your hat, because she's back in business. Hell yeah! Alright, let's do this. My first commission. I can't afford to mess it up. In that case, we'd better start looking right away. Where to begin?
Where the heck did he go?
Maybe he just went home. You're right. They won't be doing any filming today after all.
Sure, or maybe he went out on the land.
Perhaps we should see if Sean left any clues behind at the big building. Hey, what are you doing giving orders? This is a great thief operation. I'm in charge now. You sure are. Let's go. I'm ready for this. Is that so? Then what am I? You're my assistant. First assistant to the great thief Yatagarasu. Talk about an honor. I've been relegated to thief's assistant. You sure have, and it's an honorable position, nonetheless. All right, let's go to work. Team Yadakarasu, move out. There's our cheery K, back at it again. All right. I do think that is going to be it for me today, guys. Man, I'm excited. There's a good bit of there is a lot going on with this case, huh? Somebody trying to set things up. Covering for people, implicating people, I gotta say, for me, Eustace is definitely on the suspicion. Was he always that cocky of a smile? That cocky little smile right there. I don't know about Eustace. Did he play the fool quite well? Maybe, huh? Huh. Maybe he did play the fool. I mean, we have nobody. Well, we need to find who kidnapped Sean, I guess, right? There's definitely a lot more to who murdered, or well, one, if he was murdered by the Taurosaurus, who murdered him, and two, who set up the crime scene, and three, was he even murdered by Taurosaurus, or was he murdered by something else and placed on the scene of the crime, or well, the set scene possibility, right? That yellow paint is the main thing. Also, I find it weird that his body is muscular like that, because he's not sucking in his gut anymore. Or he shouldn't be. Unless he's faking dying. And the Taurosaurus is really making a scene for this one, huh? I wonder if a first gen and a redesign has anything to do with it. And I'm so happy Lang's back. Lang's such a good character. Having Penny back. She has a name. Crew member, assistant. Why not just call her Penny or Nichols, bro? All right. Everybody else gets their full name. But crew member. That's so sad. Anyways, like I said, that is going to be it for me. Have a good one, guys. I'll be back tomorrow to get through a bit more of this. I did say it, right? Yep, perfect. And there's still a lot to discover about this one, so but the great thief Yadagarasu's on the case. Alright, have a good one, guys. Peace.